Hey guys, it is currently 3:21 in the morning on day 6 of CampNaNo prep, and on day 5 I didn't get to, obviously, everything that I wanted to do CampNaNo related stuff, but that's fine. I still have time, and I don't do a ton of prep work. I just do research and characters details and stuff like that. And even then, I don't normally do a ton of character detail stuff. A lot of times the characters just sort of reveal who and what they are as I write. But I did find this notebook, which is not the notebook I was looking for initially, but I did find it. This is the one with all of my Lost City stuff in it, which, you know, we talked about, I think. But I put up the voting poll based on 3 of the names. I went with Camelot, Atlantis, and Aztlan, I think, which is the homeland in Aztec mythology, the ancestral homeland, before they moved to something else. Something else in Mexico, I think. But I haven't done research on those, I've just done taglines on them. I have researched part of Atlantis, but the Wikipedia page was so confusing on it when I was researching that one instead of Z. Or during Z, I don't remember, but either way, it was the most confusing page I had ever read in my life, because when I do those researches, I start with Wikipedia, and that's my phase 1 baseline research, and then after that I go through their sources, and that's usually phase 2, and then I go through other sources outside of those ones, and then start looking up other stuff from there. But the Atlantis one drove me to insanity initially, but I'm hoping that either things have changed or that I'm able to process it better. But currently, for the Carver Baxter series, right now, Victim Found Dead in a Movie Theater is winning by 60%. I will show that to you. Ta-da! And at the moment, Atlantis is winning with 100%, and I don't have the voter count on here at this very moment, but I don't think a ton of people have voted on that one because I just put it up yesterday. So that's probably 1 or 2 people who have voted for Atlantis, so I'm gonna let it keep going for now and we'll see what happens. I plan on writing more than 1 or 2 books of that series eventually, so I'll probably go through a lot of the Lost Cities eventually, but we'll see. Kind of depends on how the first one turns out, sort of depends how the second one turns out. I did plug my flash drive into the computer, and I did find the slideshow that has the zombie characters in it from when it was the Thomas Smalls family in the original zombie book before I wrote Cut to the Kill. But that doesn't have any zombie information in it. It only has the character descriptions and, like, their jobs and stuff like that. That's it. So I'm still at a loss there. I remember when I was in high school, that was when I wrote the first zombie book with those zombies in it, because I had written several zombie books before that with, the normal slow zombies. And then after I wrote like 6 drafts of that book, I started writing the Thomas Smalls one, which I think was called like The Walls Between Freedom and Fairness or something like that. And that was when I invented all of these other zombie types, but I can't remember what they are, but all of them anyway, I remember what some of them are. But I did remember writing them on the back of a notebook, like the cardboard cover part. I wrote it on there. And I do have some notebooks over here by my lamp that I haven't looked at yet. I don't think it's in any of the notebooks that I have up here in a little notebook file thing. There are some notebooks in a sideways file on the floor over here, and there are notebooks back in my room. So today I'm going to start with the ones by my lamp, and then the ones over here by the floor, and then the ones back in my room, because at some point I also started a notebook for Between the Walls of Freedom and Fairness, or whatever the hell. That was back when I liked really long titles, by the way. But when I started that book, I gave it its own notebook and presumably, hopefully, transferred the zombie notes over to that, because if it's only on the back of the notebook that I had in high school, it's probably gone. Probably. I save a lot of notebooks, so there's no guarantee that it would be. Hopefully. But we'll see if I can find it and go from there. Today, day 6, I'm still working on Letters from a Madman stuff. The last several chapters I've added are brand new, 24 through 29, currently sitting at 29 over here. So none of those are scenes from the old book, so I'm having to write them completely from scratch. So it's taking forever. I'm now 6 days behind where I should have been on this book. So most of my CampNaNo related attention is going towards Letters from a Madman. And that's okay. It's just a little annoying. This is officially the rewrite edit from hell. Normally I don't have a ton of issues with my rewrites, but this is a book that's older than the books that I have been rewrite editing. Most recently, Eve Lincoln and JTS. Eve Lincoln was written very recently, and JTS needed some changes, but I didn't make those changes during the rewrite edit. I made those changes based on beta feedback, and I'm still doing those now, but they're not a ton of changing a major plot point that results in several new chapters, that results in 100 new scenes, and that results in a ton of unusable words from the original, which just is a longer process. I don't mind not using words from the original. I don't mind deleting scenes from the original. It's just forcing me to take even longer time on it, which just means that I'm behind on schedule, basically, for publishing, which is the only reason I care that much at all. JTS took me like months to get through, I think. I only care about this because publishing schedule. But that's going to get most of my time today as well. I'm going to edit a couple videos, probably film a gaming video because it's Friday, so I kind of have to. And then I need to edit that too, and then I need to presumably edit a work in progress video, at least one other CampNaNo video, and if this one ever uploads to Google Photos and downloads from Google Photos, I would need to edit this one too. Because I'm behind on all of my videos again because Google Photos has been an asshole the last few days. But most of my focus today is going to be on editing, recording, and Letters from a Madman. And then if I have time, I'm going to hopefully find the zombie notebook, and if I have time, I'm hopefully going to get back around to Hearts and Roses. And if nothing else, maybe I'll use the Hearts and Roses thing as a break from Letters from Madman, because I'm not writing brand new scenes in Hearts and Roses. I'm just taking notes, which is easier, and I really like taking notes. But I guess we'll see how the day goes and where the day takes me. So that is all that I have for day 6. I need to get back to work here. If you're doing CampNaNo prep stuff, I hope it's going well, and if you want to share any of your progress down below in the comments, feel free to. But that is all that I personally have for day 6. If you enjoyed this video, a like is always appreciated, and if you'd like to stay updated on my writing, my editing, the gaming videos that I upload roughly every Friday, CampNaNo, or anything that I do on this channel in between, feel free to subscribe. All the links to my authors pages, as well as links to my social media, are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.